I think it was really one-of-a-kind experience, and thanks to ETMartequity for organizing it. And I'll say it was a wonderful panel, and I attended a couple of other panels as well. And I think the level of conversation is one of a kind. It's the best in the market today, and it's a great experience to be learning from peers and people also who are ahead of the curve than you, because I feel Gen AI is in such a starting phases that it's a 0 to 1 technology, and we are much more closer to 0 than we are closer to the 1, which is going to come, we don't know when, but it's going to come at some point we're going to have singularity. So this is the time where we all together figure out a way for generative AI to democratize access of generative AI to the Indian population beyond just English, but actually, democratizing across languages. I think one of the key takeaways is that there's a lot of different use cases that a lot of brands are working on. Because as a brand who is catering to a particular cohort, you could only think about a few ideas, but only when you step out and you come to a forum like ETMartequity, you step out of the box and you realize that there is no box, and it's really huge, and everybody is working on all different kinds of use cases, some of which tangentially, if applied to your business, would also result in incremental growth. I think it will be wrong to generalize for all organizations. I can speak in context of Snapdeal, since more than 80% of Snapdeal audiences come from tier 2 and tier 3 and are also non-native English speakers. It's very difficult for us to serve contextual products to them as would be relevant for them on the basis of anything written text. So now we have moved to large language models, LLMs, which are essentially scanning imagery of the product details page and is going to recommend product on the basis of that. Currently, we still have a very robust product recommendation engine, and now we are slowly migrating to a more of a visual discovery, where the AI itself scans the visuals and then recommends products. And I think this has been a game changer, because since the time we adopted LLMs at a very limited capacity initially, we saw huge basis points growth in terms of internal click-through rates. And for us, that has been a huge nudge towards Snapdeal's profitability journey. In the next stage, we would also look at content personalization, because it's a huge amount of audiences who are transacting every day, and they have very different needs. Because imagine a transactor from Jaisalmer is going to have a very different need from a transactor in Jamshedpur. And the next job of generative AI is to actually prescribe what they would need based on, say, time of the year, or say their travel plans, or their business plans, or somebody's getting a new job, then it will start prescriptive on the basis of that. I think it's still a way far ahead, but that's sort of the next paradigm. I think content personalization at scale, whether it's marketing content or entertainment content, and especially deployment in Indian languages, because we speak about chatbots, we speak about all sort of generative AI and access to, say, a GPT-4 or a Mid-Journey, which is like right next below Magic, right? What Mid-Journey and GPT-4 is capable of. But still, that is behind a firewall of privileged English education. If one does not know how to craft a great prompt in English, they would completely lack access to it. So I think then what will really define and what will unlock the next billion growth and sort of fructify the concept of Amritkal that we are currently in, is when generative AI starts catering to local Indian languages at scale, and brands obviously adopt that as well.